Okay, good morning. Welcome to Falafel Part 2. So we're going to use our purple handled scooper. And first you're going to pack it like we did the cookies. And we're going to just portion them out and then we'll ball them. Okay? It's a little wet, it should be. Okay? Just do this with all of them. Okay? And then we'll come back and roll them out. Okay, so now that I got them portioned out, the best way to do it if you don't have the falafel mold and stuff is just wet your hands a little bit. Okay, and then we're not going to pack them because they're kind of soft. You're going to throw them back and forth a little bit. You're going to do one of these things. And you see how it's smoothed out? You can kind of make it like a patty. You can keep it round. I like to kind of make it like into a patty form like this. And then you can fry it easier. Okay, or you could even pan fry it. But this time we're going to deep fry it over here. We have station 1 and 2. So let me get these all finished. Okay, now I got my falafels done. I did some patties, I did some balls, but either way, this is a tip. Make sure you don't have too much water on your hands because then they're going to start to break apart. Now we're going to fry. Okay, so here's our fryer setup. Like you know from before, this is 1 and the station 2 across the room. Okay, so we're going to put them in here and then let them drain here. And then I'm going to show you a quick way to wrap it. We're going to use a wrap in place of a lavash or pita bread because we're going to be doing gyros next week. So let me get my fryer. So anytime you fry something, you always want to place it away from you into the oil. Never drop it, especially from a high height. So I'm going to put these in gently away from me. Or if you want, if you're a little intimidated, you could just put them in the basket and then drop them. But you have to work fast and carefully so that the falafel does not fall apart. Okay? So let it go down there. It needs about, I would say, 3 or 4 minutes. And we'll come back. Don't jostle the oil too much. Don't start picking at it like this because the falafel really has to get together. Alright, so these guys look wonderful. Okay, so now you just want to give them a little shake. Okay, get all that oil out. Okay, they should be nice and brown on the outside and they should be nice and green on the inside. Okay, so I'm going to put them from here. You can transfer it to your slider or you can just directly dump here. Just be careful, okay? But I want to backtrack for a second as these drain. The one thing I forgot to do was that today, before we start frying, before we start doing any of this, we have to put in our sesame seeds, the 2 tablespoons, and the baking soda. So I'm going to mix this all up and fry the rest like this. Okay, so these are about done, and like I said, with my backtracking as they're draining, now you can see the sesame seeds. The reason for this is that the sesame seeds and the baking soda will give it a nice crispy crunch and crust, and you don't want to do that ahead of time. You want to do that right before you fry the batch the day of frying. Okay, so I'm going to put these to dry and drain, and I'm going to show you some sandwich ideas and toppings that we have made in-house. Okay, so let's talk about some of these things we have here. This is our munech or torsi or torshi. These are the pickled turnips. They get this nice, beautiful red color from the beets. I added carrots to it, baby carrots, so they actually look nice. You can put them in the sandwich, or you could dice them up on the side as well. Okay, then we have some of our sumac onions, which is marinated with sumac, cilantro, parsley, lemon juice, red wine vinegar. Okay. Then some other stuff if you like, some lemon juice, arugula, or some other bitter greens, tomatoes, chilies. Then a lot of people like to add some yogurt, tahini, or I have some hummus as well today, and maybe some more fresh herbs. So we're going to use wraps, I said, instead of lavash. Okay, I also have some spicy mayo and some sriracha that people like to put on. That would take the place of a harissa, which is a Turkish red chili paste. All right, so I have my nice warm wrap, or in this case, tortilla. So we're going to start with our sauces. If you have made the tahini, you top of that. So put down some of the hummus or tahini paste down here, like a little bit of glue. Now don't put too much because we're going to wrap it like a burrito, and we don't want it to be squishy and nasty all over the place. A little yogurt or yogurt down here. Okay, me, I like some more fresh herbs, so I'm going to put some more dill. Like I said, you can build it the way you want it. I'm going to kind of make mine like the works. I'm going to take some of those pickles that I made and put them right down the middle here like this. Okay. Then I want some of my greens. I'm gonna put a lot of spices. I'm gonna hold off on the jalapeno. Put some of the arugula. Okay. You want to kind of build towards the lower 2/3. Okay, maybe 1-2 pieces of tomate. And I love these sumac onions, but please use them sparingly. That's all we have marinated for today. Very delicious, but you know, little goes a long way. Right now, for the star of our show, we have our falafel. This is the correct way, and this was the still correct, but without the baking soda and the sesame seeds. So if you want to just open it up inside real quick, you can see how beautiful it looks. It should be nice and green. You can still see all those herbs and things inside, and you can actually see the sesame seeds and garlic in there. All right, so I'm gonna put this down in there. Okay. And if you want to smush it a little bit, a lot of people like smash it a lot. I want it to still resonate and have some texture. All right. Then I'm gonna finish it with some of my chipotle mayo that I made here, just a little bit, because I don't want the flavors to overpower the sriracha. So there we go. We have a nice, beautiful wrap. So now the way to wrap, I have my paper behind, or you can use foil, which I have the foil wraps. You want to do it like a Debbie. You want to tuck in, and then it's all about crimping. Okay, so now tighten up here, and then use these pinkies here on the left and right to kind of direct it inward. Okay, if you ever worked at Chipotle or somewhere, then you can wrap it tight as you crimp, and then you could tuck the paper in like so. Okay, and then use a serrated knife, okay, to cut it. Remember, wear a cut glove. You don't want to cut your finger off. Okay, remember to wear a cut glove if you're using this, or just come to me and I'll help you wrap. Remember, these are sharper than a chef's knife. Okay, so we're gonna cut right down the middle. Okay. And let's see what this looks like here now. Oh, look at that. Breakfast of champions. You got the pickles, you got the falafel. Look at that. Okay, and it's Friday, so it's meatless and vegan. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoy this recipe. And I have extra pickles if you want to take some home. They're delicious. We made them in-house. They usually cost about $15, $20 a pound at your local Arabic store. Thank you very much, and have a great weekend.